1 month away from 2024, and I've got a resolution for you. How does this sound? In 2024, you're going to build a wardrobe that you actually love. No more overbuying, no more being stressed about how to style your outfits, and no more experiencing I have nothing to wear syndrome. If this sounds familiar to you, stick around. This is the perfect time for you to follow these 5 easy steps for you to get to a point that you love your wardrobe. You guys tend to really like how I put outfits together, so hopefully I have a bit of credibility to share with you my wisdom. So walking into your closet, you take a look around. Couple minutes here, couple minutes there, and you feel like you have nothing to wear. But in reality, it's not that you've got nothing to wear, you're just organizing your closet wrong, hun. I mean, that was at least the case for me. I was never able to see every single thing that I owned, and that was big mistake number 1. You want to make sure that every single item in your closet is visible to the naked eye. So you could look at a pair of pants, look to the side and see a top and imagine how that will look together. Having everything be so visible is the best way for you to be able to create outfit formulas in your head. How was I organizing my closet wrong? Instead of having my pants hang so I could see top to bottom, I had all of my jeans folded up at the top of my closet. And what's the problem with this? Other than the shade, you have no idea what cut they are, you have no idea what length they are. You can't tell if they're a distressed pair or a plain pair of jeans. So it just becomes an overwhelming mess of denim that make it so much harder to pick and choose a specific item. So instead, I decided to go ahead and hang every single one of my pants. I can see the top to see whether they're high or low waisted. I can see the bottom to see if they're distressed, if they're a wide leg, if they're a skinny leg. And listen, I know that not all of us have a ton of closet space, so something I would recommend is these hangers. These are absolutely the best things ever. You can go ahead and hang your tops, your t-shirts, your jeans, and instead of taking up so much space, they actually just fold over like this. So you could easily see exactly everything, and it helps you fit so much more into your closet. The next thing that absolutely changed my life when it came to organizing my closet is to organize all of my clothes by color. I basically split up everything into 3 main categories: tops, bottoms, and dresses. And then within all of those categories, I make sure to organize everything by color, starting from whites to yellows to oranges to reds, and then all of the other colors to follow. Doing this is such a better way to organize your closet because a big aspect of pairing your tops and your bottoms is what colors you're pairing together, rather than the type of top. But something else I want you to notice, if you take a look at my closet, you actually won't see that many colors because I actually was able to find my specific color scheme and I tend to stick to it. I personally love white and black, neutral beigey colors, and then some standalone colors that I love are blues, greens, and lately even a little pop of red. Okay, and one final thing when it comes to closet organization, I know when it comes to decluttering, it can be really difficult because you think to yourself, is this something I'm gonna regret giving up? Is this something that one day I'm really gonna wanna wear? Here's the perfect solution for you, and be sure to try this out for yourself. Whenever you're organizing your closet, make sure to go ahead and hang all of your items backwards. What do I mean? When you have them on the hangers, instead of making the hanger hang forward, turn it to the other side and hang it backwards. And then going forward, every single time you style or grab a piece, when you decide to put it back, at that point you can have it facing forward. What are you gonna be left with down the line in a couple of months? You're gonna be able to look at your closet and see exactly what pieces you didn't even touch or didn't reach for in the last couple of months, which will make your decision so much easier going forward into deciding what to keep and what to get rid of. Because if you didn't touch something in the last 6 months, you're probably not gonna reach for it again. And it's time to say goodbye. And the same tip goes with any colors, styles, textures, anything that you don't like, any colors that you always find such a hard time pairing and you feel like they never flatter you, any fabrics that are just itchy and uncomfortable. Do yourself a favor, give it to a loved one, or like me, pass it down to your little sister, or just let it go to somebody who can genuinely enjoy it instead of having it sit in your closet collecting dust. Step 2, I'm gonna keep it very simple. We gotta figure out what's your personal style. I've made full out videos on this before, but let's condense it. Clothes are a reflection of you and what you want to represent onto the world. So take a moment and jot down 3 words. 3 words that you would love to be described as. Is it girly, witty, quirky, feminine, bold? There's so many different words that you could possibly use to describe yourself. So I would love for you to jot down 3 things that you want people to notice when they look at you. Now we're gonna go ahead to Pinterest, social media. Think of your favorite movies, your favorite songs, your favorite decades, and start gathering some inspiration, creating inspiration boards on things that you love. People are always asking me how I get my Pinterest boards to be so good and aesthetic, and this is something that never fails me. Every time I look for a specific outfit or a specific style, I just type it in, finishing it off with the word aesthetic. So you can write feminine outfit aesthetic, cozy outfit aesthetic, brown outfit aesthetic. Literally the list goes on. And for some reason when I'm searching, it's as if it takes it out of my mind and shows me on screen exactly what it is I want to find. One main thing I want you to note while you're browsing on Pinterest: when taking a look at an outfit, you really gotta think hard. What's the real reason that you're intrigued by this look? Is it the colors? Is it the silhouettes? Is it just the model? Is she just like really pretty, but the outfit is blah, but because she's really pretty, you like it? Which really makes you think twice. Focus on the clothes. Imagine those clothes were on you right now and you were looking in the mirror. Would you be liking what you're wearing? That's gonna give you so much clarity in deciding if this is something you would put on yourself and walk right out the door, because that's our goal in finding inspiration. Okay, moving on to step 3, we're gonna start with the basics. And you've heard this before, but create a capsule wardrobe. But wait, I'm not just saying a regular capsule wardrobe, because guys, a t-shirt and jeans, like in every capsule wardrobe, can look so different for every single person. I mean, here are just some characteristics on a white t-shirt that can differ. A white t-shirt can be baggy or it can be tight fitting. It can have a v-neck, a crew neck, or a high neck. The sleeves of the t-shirt can be short and capped, or they can be longer or even reach your elbows. And then we have the length too. Is it cropped? Does it cover your midriff? Does it cover your bum? And then with jeans, there's just as many differences. You've got high rise, mid rise, low rise. You've got a baggier leg, a straight leg, a skinny jean. Do you want your jeans to touch the floor or just reach your ankle? Or does it flare at the bottom? Do you personally like your go-to jeans to be plain and simple? Or do you like some holes and distressing? And then finally, color. There's the light wash, dark wash, acid wash. The list of characteristics goes on and on. I'm basically going to give you a little outline of my ideal capsule wardrobe, and your job is to fill in the blanks in terms of what style to get each piece in. So with tops, you can either get them in black and white or just one color if you prefer. But a tank top, a t-shirt, a button-up, a sweater, a tight-fitting long sleeve, some kind of athletic crew neck or hoodie, a knitted sweater, a denim jacket, your favorite pair of jeans, some kind of a neutral black, white, or beige trouser, a cardigan, a blazer, one skirt, and one go-to dress that can be dressed up or down. That is just a couple of pieces that I consider to be really good basics to have that you can create so many different outfit formulas with. But again, I didn't get really specific because the way that I dress is not the way that you dress. So the styles of each of these pieces, the colors of them, and the fit, it's all gonna be up to you. But the one tip that I would have, try to keep your capsule wardrobe very neutral in terms of colors, because that will allow you to build and layer onto your outfits because all of the colors kind of work together seamlessly. But moving on to step 4, we're gonna add in those flare pieces. So now that you have a capsule wardrobe, the flare pieces are gonna be everything that is a standalone item that makes your outfit pop. These could either be really different and dramatic colors, a colored cardigan like this one, a striped sweater that can add some textural element. Within the flare section, there's 3 things that you want to be adding into your wardrobe. First is colored items, second is patterned or textured items, and the third is accessories. So when it comes to colored items, jot down right now some of your favorite colors and some favorite colors that you wear. What are some colors you wear that people give you compliments on? What colors do you wear in the mirror that you feel very good in? Other than neutrals, some of my standalone favorites are blues, greens, and lately I've been really loving a little pop of red too. Second category, really consider if there's any patterns or textures that you love. I personally love integrating stripes into my wardrobe. There's so many times that I styled little pieces that had stripes in it just to add a cool pattern element to an outfit. Whether you layer it right under to have something peeking through, or you have a piece that is made in a certain material that you really like. Recently, I thrifted this corduroy jacket that I absolutely love. It's got a little shearling texture and I love the corduroy fabric. Every time I wear it, it gives every single one of my outfits this cozy feel, which definitely makes it a standalone item I love. And then the last flare items that you want to build on is accessories. And with accessories, you can play around with different colors, textures, and patterns with this too. So for example, like I said, lately I've been loving to add a pop of color, and that doesn't mean that I have to wear an entire colored sweatshirt. I can really wear an all neutral look and then add in a pop of color accessory. This is just one example. These are my Onitsuka Tigers. I absolutely love the yellow color of these, and they pair so well with like a regular pair of jeans and a t-shirt. Colored sneakers have been my favorite. Colored bags too, I think add so much visual element to your looks. Hats and caps, scarves as well, and even small things like hair details. Hair bows especially have been such a nice little cherry on top to an outfit that adds so much visual interest. I mean, really, even adding in little hair bows like this instantly makes you look more stylish. This section may definitely seem like more of the trendy section, but something I really urge you to do, especially when you're on the lookout for those flare pieces, try to find something that you personally think that you'll love to wear for a long amount of time. For example, I've always loved colored sneakers, so I don't think it's just a fad of right now. I think I'm always gonna be loving them, but sometimes micro trends can come and go so quickly that you may buy something spontaneously without really putting in a lot of thought on if it's something you're gonna wear in the long run. I mean, you guys, remember all of these tops in these crazy, wavy, funky patterns? Every time I see that right now, I kind of cringe because it feels so micro trendy 2020 that I try to steer away from it. So the fun flare pieces, they're important, but don't put too much emphasis on getting something because it's trendy right now. If anything, here's a little tip for you. If you are looking to buy a specific item, but it does feel a little trendy for you, put it on your wish list for a week. If within 7 days you still look at that piece and you're like, you know what, I still really want it, then go ahead and follow through with that purchase. Even waiting 24 hours can make a difference. Sometimes you see something that can easily be an impulse buy. Just because you want it in that moment doesn't mean you're gonna want it after some time passes. And then finally, we made it to step 5. If you are gonna go ahead and go shopping, whether it be thrifting or shopping in store, make sure that you're shopping for your real life and not your fantasy self. Consider your lifestyle, your daily activities, and the climate of where you live, and see if the clothing pieces that you decide on are something that integrate and just make sense for your life. This way, you can build a practical wardrobe that will suit your everyday needs. So personally, being that I live in Florida, I know that sometimes getting those like super heavy duty winter items just doesn't make sense. So that's why I don't tend to invest in like really heavy jackets or super warm winter boots or anything like that. Instead, in the colder months, I play around with fun knits and cardigans, accessories like scarves and sweaters, and I use these as layering pieces instead of heavy duty jackets. Also, be sure to consider your stage of life. Are you a student? Because if so, you want to have something that's school appropriate that will be comfortable for you to wear in a long hours sitting in class. If you're a mom like me, comfort is key also, because I'm always with the kids. I want to make make sure that all the clothes I'm wearing are comfortable to bend down in, quick to put on, and just make me feel very in my comfort zone as a mom. If you're someone that has more of a professional occupation and you know that dressing professionally is a big aspect of your life, at that point you may want to consider to invest in things that are more tailored, possibly more high quality pieces that are a little bit more structured and definitely work appropriate. And with dressing for yourself rather than your fantasy self, be sure to also stick within your guidelines. For example, I'm trying right now to take on myself dressing a little bit more modestly. So no more do I buy tank tops or super open cleavagey tops. If I buy a skirt, I make sure that it's not mini so that I'm comfortable, and I will never purchase tops anymore that expose my midriff. These guidelines really help you with shopping because as soon as you see something that doesn't follow a guideline you're comfortable with, you don't have to think about buying it. It helps a lot. And then finally, consider your budget. I really want to debunk the fact that for you to add some new pieces into your wardrobe, you have to spend a lot of money, because it's not true. Of course, I really think it's important to invest in good, high quality basics. Rather than buying something from Shein and buying a million of the same top, it's better to pay a little bit more and get one really good quality basic from maybe a more ethical brand too. But even then, you can thrift so many amazing basics at such low prices if you have the opportunity to do so. I know that in the US, there are so many thrift stores all over. In the UK, I think they're called op shops. My editor Lauren is in the UK, so she would know. You can try online thrifting like shopping on ThredUp, which I personally love to do, which I think my 40% off discount code to ThredUp is still active, so I'm gonna leave it down below in case you want to do some browsing. But let's say you live in a place where you personally don't have any secondhand shops. Here's a couple things you can try. Obviously, start from within. Shop your siblings' closets, ask your cousins, your aunts, even raid your mom's wardrobe, and see if there are certain pieces that they're willing to let go of that you can add into your closet yourself. Or something that I used to do in Canada with a bunch of friends, it was the best idea ever. We would actually organize clothing swaps. So basically what all of us would do, we would all declutter our wardrobe and decide on certain pieces that we're ready to let go of. We'd all meet up at one of our friends' houses and we'd basically go through every single person's bags, hold up a piece of clothing, and everyone would say me, 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 and we would just swap and exchange clothes between friends. It's such a fun thing to do together, and it really goes to show one person's trash can be another person's treasure. And you could do this with just a couple of friends and just shop each other's closets. My goal in this video was not to make you take everything in your wardrobe and throw it out. We just gotta look at everything with a different eye. It's really all about perspective. The way that you organize all the clothes that you have, choosing basics that fit your body the way that you love, and then styling it up with characteristics like colors and patterns that will really just put a flair on all of your looks. All of these things, if you apply them in this month, I can guarantee that you're gonna head into 2024 feeling confident that you have built a wardrobe that you love. And if you guys ever want inspiration on some new styles and some new trends, I do so much thrifting content on here with a bunch of different fun themes and new styles to try out to give you guys all of that inspiration when you're shopping or thrifting for yourself. So if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to this channel where we cover all things fashion, thrifting, modesty, putting outfits together, as well as some family lifestyle vlogs too. If you are watching up to this point, you are the real MVP. I love the ones who stick around all the way to the end. You guys are my absolute favorites. And if you are watching up to this point, first of all, you're so special to me. Comment down below 2024 fashionista, because that is the manifestation we are taking into this new year. We want to feel comfortable, we want to feel good, and we want to really love what we wear. So be sure to comment that down below and follow me on Instagram if you haven't already to see my outfits being styled on the daily, just like this one. And with all that, I love you guys forever and always. Thank you so much for watching. Happy decluttering, happy thrifting, and most importantly, happy finding yourself. Love you all, and I can't wait to see you in my next one.